I'm going to explain to you what is a hash function, but before that, we need to know what is a function. So, in mathematics or programming, a function is nothing more than a series of steps in which you input some data and it will give you back some result that we call the output. It's very simple. You input something, you get something back. Now, in the case of the hash function, this function will take as input anything that you can throw at it. It could be letters, numbers, symbols, or everything at the same time. And you can write a few characters or pages and pages of text. It doesn't matter. Every time it will give you back a special string of characters that we call the hash. The hash is always going to look like this. Numbers and letters all scrambled together in a seemingly random way. And for the same input, you are always going to get the same hash. The hash is going to have a fixed length of characters. So in this example that we are using, the hash is always going to have 64 characters. But there are other hash functions in which the hash will have other lengths. Okay, but what can you actually do with a hash function? What is the point of all this? Well, the main purpose of the hash function is to serve as a digital fingerprint. What do I mean by this? If you calculate the hash function of any file, it could be an executable file, it could be a document, sound, video, image, anything, and you record that result, then whatever change is made to that file, the hash is not going to come out the same way it was before. So if this file is something important that you think that someone might mess with it in order to do something bad, then it's going to be a little harder for them, because when people are going to use the file, if you tell them, hey, you can check this is the hash of the file that I'm giving you. So if the hash is coming out different after you download my file, then something happened, and you should be aware that that file you are downloading is not what I intended to give you. It could contain a virus. Don't run it. So that's one thing. And I'll give you one more example. Okay, in the past, every time that you had to make a password for any online account, the people who own the website would store that password in plain text. And that is really unsafe, because if somebody hacks into the database, they will have it really easy to steal everyone's information. But what they do now is that they don't store the password in plain text, they store the hash of the password. And this increases the security level by a lot, because now if somebody hacks into the database, they won't get any actual passwords. They will only have the list of hashes. And there is really not much to it. You can use this example in the website that I'm linking in the description. And yeah, next time you hear people talking about the hash function, now you know what it is.